Imagine you're hiking deep in the hills, far from any trail marker. Your phone battery dies. No signal, no map, no way to call for help. The sun is climbing and your water bottle is empty. You turn in every direction, looking for something familiar. No river, no village, no road. Just one question growing louder in your mind. Where do you find water when there is no river in sight? Now imagine facing that exact problem, not for one afternoon, but every single day, for your entire life. Now imagine facing it thousands of years ago with no bottle, no map, and no one coming to save you. This was the daily reality for early humans across the dry landscapes of Africa, and somehow they survived. Not by luck, not by chance. They survived because they learned to read the land like a language. Let's go back, not to a jungle, not to a riverside paradise, to dry grassland, cracked earth, heat shimmering in the distance. This is where many researchers believe some of the earliest human water-finding skills were shaped. No rivers cutting through the plains, no lakes glittering on the horizon. Just an early human, standing still, scanning the horizon the way you once did on that imaginary hike. Your first guess might be simple. Maybe they followed rain. Reasonable, but rain in these regions could vanish for months. Maybe they got lucky and stumbled onto pools by accident. But you cannot survive a species on luck alone, generation after generation. There had to be a system, a method, something passed down and refined over time. And the investigation into what that system was reveals something remarkable. Clue 1. Animals. Evidence suggests early humans paid close attention to elephant movement. Elephants can sense water sources from surprising distances, and they often travel long paths toward them. Follow the elephant, and sometimes you follow the water. But elephants weren't the only informants. Clue 2. Birds. Certain birds circle low near hidden pools, especially in the cooler hours of early morning. A trained eye watching the sky instead of the ground could catch a signal invisible to anyone else. Clue 3. The plants themselves. A sudden patch of green in an otherwise brown landscape is not random. Deep-rooted trees often mark where moisture sits beneath the surface, sometimes far underground, invisible but not undetectable. Dig near the right roots, and the ground itself can offer water it was never showing on top. Clue 4. Insects. Bees, in particular, travel in fairly direct lines toward water sources when building or maintaining a hive. Follow that line, and you follow a map written in motion. Clue 5. The ground. Rock pools, hidden in shaded crevices, can hold water long after rain has vanished elsewhere. Morning dew, collected carefully from leaves at dawn, can offer just enough to survive another hour, another mile. None of these clues alone would guarantee survival. But together, layered over years of observation, they formed something powerful, a system. And that system depended on something even more important than the clues themselves. Memory. Researchers believe early humans built detailed mental maps of their territory, tracking not just where water was, but when it appeared and under what conditions. Seasonal memory, passed down, refined, corrected. A parent walking beside a child, pointing at a cluster of trees saying, without needing complex language, remember this place. Children absorbing not just facts, but patterns, not just answers, but the process of finding them. Generation after generation, this knowledge deepened. It became more than survival skill. It became inheritance. Somewhere in that slow accumulation of observation and memory, something extraordinary happened. Humans stopped simply reacting to their environment. They started predicting it. They could look at a stretch of land they had never crossed before and make an educated guess about where water might be hiding. That is not instinct. That is intelligence, applied patiently across thousands of years. Now come back to the present. Water flows instantly, without thought, without struggle. Most people never consider what it took to arrive at this moment. Not just pipes and reservoirs and modern engineering, but an unbroken chain of observation, stretching back further than most of us can imagine. Every mental map, every animal followed at a distance, every child taught to notice a patch of unusual green, all of it quietly built into the world you live in now. The next time water simply appears at the turn of a handle, it might be worth pausing, just for a second, because somewhere behind that simple convenience is a story of people who had nothing but their eyes, their memory, and each other, and somehow that was enough. And if reading the land could reveal something as invisible as underground water, you might wonder what else early humans learned to see, that we've long since stopped noticing.